talking to the kids and he asked them to be quiet. Imagine Lorenzo, sometimes he screams a lot. I would be very frustrated with someone who was asking, oh, ask your kids to be quiet.
I mean, to be fair, right now, Phin isn't exactly showing himself as somebody that is willing to be respectful to Sandra's kids or somebody that is willing to get to know her kids. And to be fair, this only gets worse. Yeah, Phin is going to be very problematic throughout the season. If anything, he may be the biggest red flag for the season coming in 90 Day Fiancé UK. Now, here's the thing though, with Phin, people are so frustrated that there is now a whole Reddit thread, you know, pretty much calling him out for his BS, which is something that we will get into later on in this video. But for now, we're going to check out exactly what happened in episode 3 of 90 Day Fiancé UK. And then after that, we're then going to follow it up with also what happened in episode 4 of 90 Day Fiancé UK, which is the episode that actually sparked everyone to be like, listen, this guy, he's a problem. So let's get into it.
Bedtime then, not much to say. They didn't have much to say to me, so I struggled. Let's be honest, and the sooner they get to bed, the better.
He struggled because he didn't put in enough effort to actually get to know these kids. He's obviously met them for the first time. The kids were a little bit shy, you know what I mean? Which of course is normal. Some kids can be shy when they first meet a new person. Yes, they've seen him over the FaceTime, but each conversation they've had over the FaceTime has been very short, been very brief. And as his sister obviously pointed out, he's basically not really made them feel welcomed on the phone, which is quite disappointed on Sandra's behalf, because you think if this man cannot even try and have an effort to make a relationship with your kids over the phone, why would you still entertain a relationship with him and still want him to come and see you? You see what I'm saying? Which is why some people would then obviously assume maybe it's because she just wants the visa. But I think I heard them say something about how they actually want Phin to move to Brazil. But hey, listen, at the end of the day, let's keep it going and see what else is happening here with Finny boy.
Done. Now the kids are in bed, I can finally get some alone time with Sandra.
Listen, we all want our alone time with somebody that we want to be with, but 1000%. But there's a certain way of going around it. This guy has got the energy of, I'm only here for you and nothing else. It's as if he's planning on kidnapping her away from her kids. But anyway, even though they put the kids to the bed, what happened? The kids decided to get up anyway because they are two little menaces.
Ah, no, Elisa.
Oh, kids, why wouldn't they just stay in bed? Now we have to do it all over again.
Honestly, this guy is nothing but just uckers. Now, this is what I got from episode 3. We're now going to move on to episode 4 and the clips that happened there. And then obviously we'll get into the Reddit thread to obviously show you guys how people are feeling right now regarding Phin himself in particular. But the question is though, based on the episodes or the clips we just saw just now on episode 3, I would like you guys to get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts so far. Do you think Phin is in it for her? Do you think he's in it for her and her kids? Or do you think he's just in it just for himself? Let me know. But anyway, let's get cracking like into the next one.
I didn't choose this.
This is the reality. There we go. Done.
I chose the love of Sandra, sure, but I didn't choose anything else that came with it.
One of the worst attitudes to date. I chose the love of Sandra, but not anything else that came with it. Did you not realize that the love of Sandra is also included with the love of her kids? She's not going to love you if you can't love her kids. Understand this. Okay? Like, come on. But the thing is, though, who in their right mind travels all the way across the country on a God knows how long flight to meet somebody who has kids, knowing that that person doesn't want anything to do with the kids? He has got to be one of the biggest fools ever. He makes no sense.
Did I do this day to day? The answer is definitely not.
And he is here in Brazil. He needs to communicate with my family.
He truly does. I mean, fair enough, there's a language barrier, but he's here, she's got a big family, and he's making no efforts to even try and interact with them, even like on just like at least trying to communicate with them. Fair enough, there's a language barrier, but you can communicate in other ways, you know what I mean? Body language, just getting involved with the vibe, you know what I mean? For example, watch what happens with the brother.
Yeah, Erasmus, he is full on.
Genuinely embarrassing.
The brother's literally trying to pull him up, trying to get him to dance, trying to get him to boogie with everyone. Fair enough, he doesn't want to, but that's an opportunity to communicate, because in that situation, you're now communicating via body language. You're getting involved with, you know, dancing, moving around, maybe picking up people as well, because her brother was picking up everyone. Do you know what I mean? join in with the fun, okay? But obviously to a certain respectful boundary, of course. You see what I'm saying? Because body language is literally an international way of communicating. We don't always have to communicate with our voice. You know what I mean? And also, if we don't know, and obviously sometimes we don't even know sign language, but we can still communicate with our smile, with our energy that we're giving off, with obviously interacting physically. But this is why I strongly believe that we should all be taught sign language from the day that we enter school, even from the day that we're born. But sign language literally could save a lot of people having communication issues across the board, because sign language is only one language. There isn't different ones for different countries or whatever. Do you see what I'm saying? But anyway, that is here or there. But let's get in with this guy here talking about how it's embarrassing that her brother wants to get to know him and just have a little bit of fun. I don't see how that's embarrassing. The only thing that's embarrassing is you and your energy.
Absolutely humiliating. I didn't expect it, I didn't want it, and the sooner we forget about that, the better.
It's not that deep.
I'm really not feeling comfortable enough to interact with everyone. So far, our brother's come along, he's picked me up. There's a lot just dealing with him.
The way he's speaking so negatively about her brother as well is just disgusting. He's done it with her kids. He's doing it now with her brother, and these people are just trying to have a good time with him. The kids, they just want to see that this guy can be fun and somebody that we can that sometimes we can fool around with. Do you know what I mean? And the brother's, he's just an excited dude.
Sandra's just run away, which is genuinely annoying because I've got to fend for myself.
The way he said, "I've got to fend for myself." Crazy work. Absolutely crazy work. Now, I'm not too sure if when somebody says I've got to fend for myself, if that's just a British term. So in case it's not a term elsewhere, just going to explain it to you folks. When he literally says I'm going to have to fend for myself, it's like basically saying that I'm going to have to survive this by myself. Yeah, I'm going to have to navigate my way through all of this madness by myself, and it's going to be stressful. It's literally something that you predominantly use in a negative way, and for him, he's definitely used it in a negative way. Honestly, who wants to be with somebody who's afraid to be left alone with your family? I know some people's families can be intense, but come on now. This guy is nothing but pathetic.
If I could get off this sofa now and run, I would.
I want you to be sure
Run then, you'd be doing everyone a favor.
that what you want with her.
This is Sandra's closest sister. Coming in like that, it's now put me right on edge.
My reservations around having kids are just so many.
So this guy is with a woman who's got 2 kids, but he knows that he doesn't want kids. And he's already revealed that he obviously doesn't like her kids. I mean, to be fair, can somebody who doesn't want kids be with someone who has got kids? Yes, that is a possibility, 1000%. You know, but yeah.
Like, I would never see myself as Lorenzo and Elisa's dad.
And just to confirm, he also would never see them as their stepdad. Which, listen, I don't know how you're gonna be with someone and not be a stepfather to their kids, like especially when their kids are so young. You know what I mean? If the kids were older, different conversation. But these are so young.
You need to accept her with her
As
kids.
with her kids.
Okay? You are going to be responsible for them as well, aren't you?
It's like common sense doesn't live in this guy's brain cells.
About how it would pan out. There's also culture difference. There's a language.
I don't see too much effort for me to learn. You only speak in English.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. There's not much effort from him, like, all around. Now, learning the language, the older you get, is something that's very, very hard anyway. But obviously, this is a guy that's not making any effort whatsoever in all aspects. He's not making an effort to get to know her family, to get to know her kids, to obviously at least learn some of the language, you know. He's making literally 0 to nothing. He's an entitled little incel.
Even if we had nine children. And so I think Sandra would like to have more kids with you.
Nice to me.
Yeah.
But little does Sandra not know, but the sisters found out he doesn't want any kids in general.
But she said,
I think I can make any decisions now.
This relationship has taken a step back. Heloisa's put a lot of doubts in my head.
I'm not.
Listen, she didn't have to put no doubts in your head, to be honest. If you, the whole family got doubts over you. You having doubt over your relationship with Sandra is literally, yeah, the minimum.
Convincing us, my family and I, that you really accept our culture, Sandra's kids.
Yeah, I know. He's definitely not convincing them. And to be fair, let's be real. Let's say that the plan is for them to come to the UK. He's not convincing anybody that Sandra and the kids are going to be okay in the UK. They're going to be looked after. You know, he's not convincing them that they're going to be safe or they're going to have a fun life. You know what I mean? He's kind of convincing them that they're all going to have a miserable life. They're going to have a restricted life. God forbid that, you know, the sister or the family tries to give her a phone call over the FaceTime and he's like, no, 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 you can't have it. You know what I mean? God forbid he locks her kids in their bedroom and said, no, you can't leave. It's now me and your mum's time. Yeah, listen, this guy's nothing but pure bad vibes. If I was Sandra, I would run. Run. Give me Mike Burke vibes. Remember Mike Burke and him and her? Yeah, you know how that guy literally refused to leave the house because he was helping pay for the bills or whatever he was saying. That whole thing was a complete shit show. But nonetheless, though, let me know exactly what you're thinking down below in the comment section and we can talk about it. But yeah, it's going to be a roller coaster of a season with Phin over here. But I will say this, Sandra. Oh, wait, my apologies, guys. We got the Reddit thread. My apologies. We have the Reddit thread. So right now on Reddit itself in particular, this is obviously what's happening here. People are coming in hot, and let me just get that. Okay, there we go. People are coming in hot. As you can see, he says, just watched episode 4, and I can't believe how much of a loser this guy is. This baked bean looking MF completely disrespects her love for her family when he saw how close and how difficult her upbringing was in the orphanage. Do you see what I'm saying? And this guy pretty much wants to basically make her kids into bloody orphans, if you ask me, the way he's behaving. But as you can see here, itself in particular, this first comment says this guy is awful. He acts like her kids are objects and that him caring for them is and always will be totally optional, which of course it wouldn't be. He's a clown. That is not how it works at all. And as child-free person myself, I totally get not wanting any part of that. This is why, and this may come as a shock, I chose to date someone who A, doesn't have kids, B, doesn't want any. When you date a person with kids, you have to accept that they always come before you. And that's how it should be. If Sandra was putting Finn's comfort before her kids, she'd be a terrible person and certainly not the kind of person you'd want to date. Absolutely. Nothing but facts here. I'm also in my mid-30s and I'm not getting younger. I don't anticipate my boyfriend and I ever breaking up. I hope you don't. Giving us a whole life story here. But if we ever do, I'll be at an age where it's more likely than not. Wait, more likely than ever. I'm going to say that obviously for my... Wait, likely than not that my prospective partners will have kids. If I have to find a partner in this hypothetical situation, I would need to open myself up to the possibility. You know, this person not talking about themselves. Okay, yada 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 yada. My apologies. I should have read this beforehand. But the first stuff is brilliant, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? And obviously, there's so much more comments that comes in. But we're not here just for these comments. We're now here to see what comments you guys are going to say in the comment section. So let me know exactly how you're thinking and how you're feeling about the situation. For me, myself in particular, she needs to run. Yeah. Because her still dating this guy is a red flag itself alone. It makes me question herself. Well, let me know what you're thinking down below and talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.